Hello, I'm Will, this is Mike, we're the Tabletop Donkeys.
Hello.
And welcome to Warhammer 40,000 Conquest once again. We've got issue 63 for you today, which comes with another 10 Poxwalkers and another Plague Marine. As ever, if you want to skip straight ahead to the battle report, there will be a timecode in the description. But having a look inside the issue, we've got some stuff about Death Shroud Terminators, which are the elite Terminator models of the Death Guard. And they are effectively Mortarian's bodyguard, or at least originally they were that in the days of the Horus Heresy, as it says down there, or it says up there. And now they look like this, and at the bottom. And yeah, they all have power scythes, man reapers. And Legacy of Secrecy is more history of the Dark Angels chapter. So there's more of their campaigns over the millennia. This is from 40th and 41st millennium. Then some stuff we haven't had before. This is the Eldari, who are an alien race, or the space elves pretty much. They used to be called the Eldar. They are a once proud race that ruled the galaxy, but now they are afflicted by a terrible catastrophe that birthed the chaos god Slanesh, and now there aren't very many of them left, but they still seem to think they rule the place. Then Raven Guard successor chapters. We've got some here, that the Revilers, the first founding one, and Knights of the Raven, Black Guard, and the Raptors as well. Some other ones that are newly founded with Primaris Marines only. Most of these operate like the Raven Guard do, they're like sneaking around and rapid assaults and things like that. And here we have the Battle for Lavaris, which is about the Silver Templars. Hooray! Their backstory is that they were created during the Ultima founding for the Adomitus Crusade, and then they liberated the planet Novaris from the Chaos Space Marines of the Flawless Host warband, and then claimed it as their own chapter planet. So that's the history of their planet, and there it is. Looks sort of rather Earth-like from what we see here. And yeah, here we are. So there's the Flawless Host Chaos Space Marines, and talking about and this is all about their final battle against a sorcerer who conjured a load of demons and things, but they defeated him and claimed the planet. Then we have the build instructions for our new models, and these are the same as they were a couple of issues ago pretty much, except that depending on whether you built the plasma gunner or the bolt gunner first time round, we now build the other one with the pieces we got from issues 34 or 46, depending on which way around those were. And the Poxwalkers are all the same. And then they don't actually have painting instructions again, presumably again, because we got those a few issues ago and they're exactly the same. All the models are identical.
To make mine look more like a rabble, I do things like change the colour of their clothes, choose three or four colours, and mix and match the colours for the clothes. So I use green, red and grey. Yeah,
so you'll see that on the models in the picture earlier or in the battle report. So that's it for this issue. We will head into the game right away.
So here we are for our mission for this issue. According to the fiction, Typhus is still knocking about on Korvon II, and he's just doing his own thing, and he's decided he's going to try and infect the city of Huxfall's water supply by guiding some Poxwalkers into the water purification plants. So that's what we do in our mission here, and it's got a very familiar name because it's all the text and things we also saw in issue 61, but luckily we have actually the correct map this time and the printed terrain piece as we go there. So as you can see, we've got the printed terrain piece in the middle of the spaceport map, which is in the middle, slightly different layout for the maps this time. Space Marines have a 3-inch deployment zone along the short edge of the spaceport map, and the Death Guard move on the board from the long edges of from the short edges of the battle map as a whole. And also, just to a little bit of rules for the terrain piece, you can't move through it, over it, or onto the circular grate, which is the little bit in the middle there. So we've seen our deployment zones, but the Space Marines deploy their units first, then the Death Guard players' units move onto the board at the start of their movement phase, and obviously the Death Guard get to go first. In our victory conditions, the Space Marines win if they manage to stop any of the Poxwalkers reaching the water pipe, and then the Death Guard player wins if they manage to get a Poxwalker model into base contact with the centre of the water. It says with the centre of the water pipe, but I think it just means the water pipe as a whole, and they win instantly if they manage that, and then the game lasts for 5 battle rounds. So we'll get into the army overviews and then into the mission. Oh, and as always we have 3 command points each. So here's our Space Marine army for this mission. We have the Primaris Chaplain, the Primaris Ancient, 2 units of 5 Intercessors, a unit of 5 Reavers, and a unit of 3 Aggressors. And the Chaplain will be my Warlord, and I'm going to give him the Imperium Sword trait, which lets him reroll charge rolls and gets him an extra attack if he does successfully charge, because we haven't seen that one for a while. We have seen it at all, actually. So here's our Death Guard army for this mission. We have the return of Typhus, leading 5 Plague Marines, 10 Cultists, and 3 squads of 10 Poxwalkers.
And then my Warlord obviously is going to be Typhus. He will have the Warlord trait he's supposed to have in the Codex. Again, they don't tell us this, but it should be Living Plague. And then for his psychic powers, he's going to have Miasma of Pestilence and Putrescent Vitality.
So here we'll do a quick overview of the battlefield. You can see we've got the objective there in the centre of the spaceport map, and the city map on the left, and the Mechanicus map on the right. I've also finished my deployment, so down here in this zone we have the 5 Reavers, the Ancient and one of the squads of Intercessors. And there in the opposite zone, the other squad of Intercessors, the Aggressors and the Chaplain. And I've deployed them like that just in case Typhus teleports in, he can't smite the Aggressors. So the Death Guard player moves in on the start of their first turn, and they get the first turn, so we'll head into Death Guard turn 1.
First thing I can do is try and advance my Plague Marines on the side with the ammo boxes to try and get to those, so we will roll for them. Oh, 6, that might be enough. So that gets them to there, and that was what I needed to roll actually, so the champion is within 2 inches of the ammo boxes. Next I'm going to try and bring the cultists on from the same side as the Plague Marines. And they're going 3, so that's 9 inches total. So that brings us into there, and then I'm going to try and bring on a unit of Poxwalkers on this side as well, so roll for them. They're going 7 inches. So that brings them up to there. I just shuffled the cultists didn't actually move their full 9 inches, so these are all now exactly where they're supposed to be. And I will spend a command point to play Cloud of Flies on those Poxwalkers as well. And then we're going to bring 2 units of Poxwalkers on from the other end of the board. I'm just going to roll both at the same time, and then we'll show you where they get to. So the first one goes an extra 6, and the second one an extra 3. So that brings them on here, the one that went further this side, so I'm staying well away from the aggressors all the way over there. And then we've got another one in the middle of the road there. And then at the end of my moving phase, I have brought down Typhus himself from the Teleportarium. It doesn't say you can't deploy him in the Teleportarium, even though I move onto the board. So he's there, he's within 7 inches of those Poxwalkers there, and 9 inches from the Intercessor. And yeah, with that, I guess I'll go on to my psychic phase. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cast Miasma of Pestilence on these ones who are further away, and Putrescent Vitality on the other ones. So Miasma of Pestilence first of all on 6, yeah, that goes off, and so then we'll try and do Putrescent Vitality on the other ones. That also goes off because they both walk charge 6.
Yep. So you can see Putrescent Vitality on this squad of Poxwalkers down here, and Miasma of Pestilence on the one up there.
In my shooting phase, there's only one thing to do, which is these 2 Blight Launchers are in range of the Reavers. We ignore the penalty for advancing and shooting because we're Death Guard, so hitting on 3s, double 6. There should be 4 of them. Let's try again. Right, so that's 3 hits in total. Wounding on 3s, re-rolling 1s. Nope, still a 1, so 2 wounds.
5+ armour saves. Ooh, made 1, failed 1.
So it'll just be D3 damage. It's just 1. 1 damage to a Reaver, I won't re-roll it.
This Reaver here will take a wound. That'll be it for shooting, yeah.
Yeah, it'll be it for my turn as well, I think.
You're not going to declare any charges?
I won't declare a charge for Typhus, no, because I want to keep him in support range of those Poxwalkers for the moment.
So that'll be the end of Death Guard turn 1 on to Space Marines turn 1. So in my turn you can see the Intercessors and the Ancient have just moved around here to these ammo boxes. Stay away from Typhus over there. The Reavers have moved up. We're going to try and charge the Plague Marines. It will be a very long charge, but might be able to tie them up. This squad of Intercessors has just moved up directly forward, take up position near the barrels and the containers. And then the Aggressors and the Chaplain are going to advance. I'll roll for them both. The Aggressors go an extra 3, they go an extra 3, and the Chaplain an extra 5. So you can see the Aggressors have moved up past the Galvanic Servo Hauler, and the Chaplain has just gone a little bit ahead of them next to the Plasma Regulator. It's on to the shooting phase. So in my turn, this squad of Intercessors, and the Ancient as well probably, are going to shoot at this Poxwalker squad over here, the one with Miasma Pestilence in it, because they aren't within Typhus's aura, so I'll still be wounding on 3s. We've got 5 shots hitting on 4s, but re-rolling 1s because of the ammo boxes. Oh, that Miasma made a big deal.
Yeah,
only got 1 hit. Only on 3s, got a wound.
Disgustingly resilient. He lives.
There we go. And the Ancient will shoot as well. He hit. Wounds on 3. Nope. Next, the Reaver squad is going to fire their pistols at the Plague Marines. Only 2 of them are actually in range though, these 2. So 2 shots hitting on 3s. 2 hits. Wounding on 5s. Nothing. And then the squad of Intercessors at the back there are going to shoot at the Cultists. So again, we've got 5 shots hitting on 3s. 4 hits. Wounding on 3s. That's 3 dead Cultists.
Yep. Yeah, we'll just take away the pointless melee weapon guys.
And that's all my shooting. In the charge phase, the Reavers will declare a charge on the Plague Marines.
Okay, well, we'll have our full Overwatch. So we'll start with the Blight Launchers. So 4 shots on 6s. No. Plasma gun, I'm not going to supercharge it. That's 1 hit. Wounds on a 3. It did.
6+, because we're not all in the cover. Nope. Wounded Reaver will die.
And then 4 shots and bolt guns because we are within 2 6s, we are within 18. Winning on 4s. 1.
3+. Yep. And then our charge, it needs to be a 9. So it's a 50-50 chance I'm going to spend the command point to reroll this 1. So on a 4 or more.
Yes.
Yeah, with a 4, it's a 9-inch, that's just enough to get them in. So there we've finished our charge like that, forming a bit of a queue behind the sergeant. But we'll go into the fight phase. The Reavers charge, they get to go first, we get to pile in. So Sarge will come around like that. So we'll pile in like that, and we can all get in range, because this guy at the back is within an inch of this Reaver, who's within an inch of the champion. So we have 13 attacks from Reavers. I'm going to spend a command point to play Death to the Traitors, so 6s explode, like Death to the False Emperor. 13 attacks hitting on 3s. There's a couple of 6s, and a couple of misses, so that's convenient. And the 6s, we roll into 2 more hits, so that's 13 hits. Wounding on 5s. Wounding on 5s. 1. Good job, Reavers.
And he gets his armor save. Well, he failed that. He discussed he failed that.
Yeah, we covered Plague Marine.
Yeah, well, we won't lose the new bolt gun man because that would be rude, so
Yeah.
we'll take away the old one.
So we'll consolidate like that.
They get to hit back. We'll start with the Champion's Power Fist because none of the Reavers are wounded yet. 2 attacks, so it's a double 1. And then 3 attacks from Plague Knives on 3s. 2 hits, but Death to the False Emperor gets me 3 overall. Winning on 4s. 2.
3+ armor saves.
Yeah.
Made both. Pop the cultists up to take a morale check.
They lost 3, so 6 plus 3 is 9, so they'll be losing another 3. Yeah, that's fine. I'm not going to spend a command point for that, so.
And the Plague Marines are fine because they only took 1 casualty, even though they're down to leadership 7 from the Reavers.
Definitely.
And so we just checked, and actually the cultists would have been within 3 inches of the Reavers at the end, so they actually lose someone else because their leadership is down to 5. Okay, down to 3 cultists. But that'll be it for Space Marines turn 1, on to Death Guard turn 2.
So in my movement phase, the champion's actually wedged in here between these Reavers, so he can't come out this way because it's not room for his base. So the Plague Marines are stuck in melee.
I should have consolidated that one Reaver further round just to seal the deal, but he can't actually move.
Yeah, so we'll advance the cultists for now. I get to go an extra 2. So they get to there, they're grabbing a bit of cover for what it's worth. And then the Poxwalkers will advance as well. They get to go an extra 5, so that's 9. And we'll play Cloud of Flies on those Poxwalkers again for another command point.
Death Guard down to 1 as well.
And the other 2 squads of Poxwalkers on the other side will advance as well. So we'll do the ones who were on Typhus's, or nearer to Typhus first. They get to go an extra 4, and the other ones an extra 2. So these Poxwalkers were slightly speedier again. They've come around this way, and then the ones in the middle have sort of squidged up a bit to try and keep them as far away from the aggressors as possible. And Typhus hasn't moved as far as he can. He's keeping both squads within 7 inches, so he can buff them a bit more. So with that, we'll be on to my psychic phase. I'm going to do Putrescent Vitality first on Poxwalkers that got further, basically.
Yeah, well, these ones down here near the board edge.
So this goes off on a 6. That's a 7, so it does. And we'll go for Miasma of Pestilence on. I think we'll go for the other squad, yeah. So also on a 6. No, that's a 3, so that doesn't go off, and I'm not going to spend command point on it. I'm not going to declare. Well, there's no shooting because the Plague Marines are tied up in melee, and I'm not going to declare any charges because I want Typhus where he is. So we'll be straight on to the fight phase, and these Plague Marines Power Fist first again, so on 3s. No, 4s, sorry, so that's 1 hit. Wounds on a 2. Nope. And then 3 knives. 2 hits. Wounding on 4s. That's 1.
3+ armor save. Nope. Why don't we roll that? Put the wound on this guy. So Reavers have 13 attacks, sitting on 3s. I'm not going to use Death to the Traitors again. Oh, it would have been half decent though. 9 hits. Wounding on 5s. See if we can get more than 1. We got 1.
Yeah, a bit of a fist fight going on over here. I failed the save again,
Hey.
though. And you killed another one. Who needs more than 1 attack to get through?
At least we're winning. Well, I think that's the end for Death Guard turn 2. On to Space Marines turn 2. So my turn, these Intercessors and the Ancient are going to continue moving around closer to the objective. The Reavers are going to stay in combat. This Intercessor squad is going to move up over here, nearer to the Cultists and this squad of Poxwalkers. And then the Aggressors and the Chaplain are going to advance again, so I'll roll them both together. Aggressors get to go an extra 5, and the Chaplain an extra 3. So after advancing, the Aggressors and the Chaplain are just going to come down here on the inside of the cargo container. So we're still pretty far away from the Poxwalkers, but they need to come to us. With all my movement done, it's on to the shooting phase. I'll start with the 4 Reavers. They're going to shoot their pistols at the Plague Marines. 4 shots hitting on 3s, you're rolling 1s because of the ammo crate. 4 hits. Wounding on 5s. Oh, there's 1 wound.
4 plus? Yes.
Then this squad of intercessors is going to shoot at the far Poxwalker squad. Slightly easier to wound. So we have 5 shots hitting on 3s, you're rolling 1s. Only 3 hits. Wounding on 4s because the Poxwalkers get +1 toughness for being within 7 inches of Typhus. 2.
Made a difference, but anyway, disgusting irritant. You kill 1.
Yeah, you finally killed a Poxwalker.
Man like that.
The Ancient will also shoot at the same squad. He got a hit. He didn't wound. So these 4 intercessors are going to shoot at the far Poxwalker squad over there. This one man isn't in range of them, so he will shoot the cultists. So we've got 4 shots at the Poxwalkers, hitting on 3s. Just 2 hits, wounding on 4s. There's 1.
Yeah, disgusting resilient. Made it.
And then 2 shots at the cultists, hitting on 3s. 1 hit, wounds on 3.
But I do get 6 plus because I'm behind cover from his point of view. No.
So it's a dead cultist.
I will take the closest one to you.
My shooting over, so in the charge phase, this intercessor squad will declare a charge against the cultists and this Poxwalker squad.
So we'll have 3 Overwatch shots with auto guns and auto pistols and things on 6s. No, nothing.
And then the charge distance for the intercessors is a 12. So yeah, we finished our charge like that, and we'll head into the fight phase, and they immediately fight first because they charge, they get to pile in. So there we've piled in. The intercessors will put all of their attacks onto the Poxwalkers. So 11 attacks hitting on 3s. Ugh. 6 hits. Wounding on 3s. Oh, that's better.
Disgustingly resilient. Save 2, so 4 go down. I'll take the ones furthest away from things.
They can consolidate a bit. And now I get to pick. Now it's on to pick, so I get to pick first because it's my turn. So I'll pick the Reavers to fight the Plague Marines. 13 attacks, hitting on 3s. Not going to use Death to the Traitors again. 11 hits. Wounding on 5s. I need some trademark Reaver massive attack here. Gordon Bennett. 1 fell out of the box. Maybe it will be the 5. It was. 1 wound again.
Can I fail my armor save again there? Yes. Can I fail my disgusting resilient again? Yes.
So Plague Marine goes
one
down.
at a time. Yeah, we'll take away Blight Launcher. We'll go with the Plague Marines, I suppose. So we'll do the knife first because there's a Reaver on 1 wound on 3. Yes, and a 4. Oh yes.
3 plus.
Yeah,
No.
it's the knives again.
Yeah, I'll take that. The Reaver will go down.
And then the Power Fist misses again twice. There's literally a knife fight.
Phew.
Let's do the Cultists first because if they can wound someone, might get able to get a Poxwalker back.
Right, so they've got 3 attacks.
Yeah, because the champion's still alive. Does he have extra attack?
Yes, I think he does, so 4 attacks.
Yeah, because he's got a melee weapon, so mustn't forget that.
You got 4s.
2 hits. Wounding on 5s. No. And then 12 attacks from Poxwalkers on 5s. Because there aren't that many of them left. That's 4 hits. And 5s again. Wow, 3.
Yeah, you can actually wound.
Yeah, it's showing Reavers how to do it.
3 plus armor saves.
Oh.
I'm actually going to re-roll one because I don't want you to get a Poxwalker back. Into a success, so an intercessor takes a wound. So that's all the combat. In the morale phase, the cultists have to take a morale test.
They only lost 1, but on 6. Yep. So I will run away the auto gun, I suppose.
Oh, so Sarge is actually unengaged.
Yeah.
But that'll be the end of Space Marines turn 2, on to Death Guard turn 3.
So the Poxwalkers have fallen back. Some of them actually gone back, but some have managed to squeeze around here, staying an inch away from everybody. And then, the Plague Marines are still stuck in melee again because the champion can't escape. Cultist champion is going to be the hero we need, and advance. An extra 4, and that brings him to there. Typhus has moved there. He's actually just within 9 of both of these units, but the intercessors are closer, and I can't get the aggressors closer. And then both Poxwalker units are going to advance because they're still too far to charge. So the ones closer to the board edge that have got further so far, they get an extra 2, and the ones in the middle of the board, an extra 1. So they finish like so, and I'm going to play Cloud of Flies on the Poxwalkers that are further back. So those ones there.
Yep, that's the last Death Guard command point.
And then in the psychic phase, we're going to try and cast both Miasma Pestilence and Putrescent Vitality on the other squad of Poxwalkers.
It's all down here.
So I'll do Miasma first on 6, get him to 10, and Putrescent Vitality also on 10. So they're both. Then I haven't got any shooting at all, and then Typhus will attempt to charge the aggressors, who are more than 8 inches away, so they can't overwatch.
They need a 9-inch charge.
No.
So there's a failed charge from Typhus. It's just the Plague Marines to fight.
Yep, and we'll do the Power Fist first again. Can he hit? We can hit once. Can he not roll a 1 to wound? Yes, he can, so...
6+. Nope.
D3 damage. 1. Can't re-roll it.
Put the wound on that man.
And then we've got a Plague Knife on 3. No.
3. And then the Reavers get to fight back. They have 10 attacks hitting on 3s. 6. Hitting on 5s. Oh, we got 1 again.
Armor save. Yeah, actually made 1.
Made 1. But that'll be the end of Death Guard turn 3. On to Space Marines turn 3. So I've completed my movement. I'm going to do something a bit risky. We're going to fall back. Ancient is going to move on top of the box. The Intercessors are going to move to be around him. The Aggressors are going to come over this way. The Chaplain's going to go out like that because he might be able to pull off a long bomb charge against those Poxwalkers. And then this Intercessor squad has rearranged itself a little bit just to try and cut off these Poxwalkers. We moved the tank trap out of the way. They weren't engaged at the start of the turn, so they haven't fallen back. And the 3 Reavers are going to stay locked in the endless melee with the Plague Marines. So on to the shooting phase. So I'll start over at this end. We've got the 3 Reavers. They'll shoot their pistols at the Plague Marines. 3 shots, hitting on 3s, rolling 1s. Rolling that 1. Into a miss. Hit it, wounding on 5s. There's a wound.
4+ armor save. Yes.
Next, this Intercessor squad will shoot at the Poxwalker squad. One man will throw a grenade, the others will fire their bolt rifles. Or throw a frag grenade, sorry. So frag grenade, D6 shots. 4. Hitting on 3s, rolling 1s because of the ammo crate. Rolling those 2 1s. 3 hits. Moving on 4s. 2.
Discuss the use again. That's 1 dead so far. We'll take them away in a minute.
Yeah, we have 8 bolt rifle shots. Hitting on 3s, rolling 1s. 5 hits. Hitting on 3s. 4.
And another 4 dead. 4 1s, so that's 5 dead in total. We'll leave the one closest to the objective, I suppose.
Next up, the Aggressors will fire their Flamestorm Gauntlets at the Cultist Champion because there's nothing else in range.
Aww.
Yeah, so only 2 of them are in range, but that's 4d6 Flamer hits. That's 14 hits on the Cultist Champion. So I've got 7 here, so wounding on 3s. Yeah, wounding on 3s. So that's 5 wounds so far.
Yeah, he needs to make a lot of 6s.
We got 2.
No, he's
So the Cultist Champion is killed.
Got
The Chaplain will fire his Absorber Bolt Pistol at this squad of Poxwalkers. 1 shot hitting on a 4 because of Miasma of Pestilence. He hit, wounding on a 4 because they're toughness 5 now. He didn't wound. And then the Intercessors and the Ancient will also fire at this squad of Poxwalkers. I'll just do them all at once. So the Ancient is the only one that's going to be within 15 inches, so we'll have 7 shots hitting on 4s. Blimey. 1 hit again, wounding on 5s. Oh, we got a wound.
Yeah, cool.
Hey.
So I'll take that one there.
So then that's all my shooting. It's on to the charge phase. I'll do the important one first. The Chaplain will declare a charge on this Poxwalker squad. So he'll need an 11, but he gets to reroll failed charge rolls. Oh, he missed a 5. Gets to reroll it. No, even worse. And finally, this Intercessor squad will charge this Poxwalker. Oh, they're definitely in. So they finish their charge. They have 11 attacks, hitting on 3s, 7 hits, wounding on 3s, 6 wounds.
I think he's dead. Yeah, I made 3, but no. Valiant attempt.
Intercessors aren't going to consolidate closest to the Plague Marines. And it's on to the Reavers. They have 10 attacks between them, hitting on 3s, 6 hits, wounding on 5s. 1 as usual.
I made my save this time as well. Right, and we've got a Reaver on a wound, so we'll do the knife first. It missed, and Power Fist on 4s. Oh, finally hit twice. Wow.
Finally got his eye.
2s. Still only 1 wound.
6+. No, so the wounded Reaver dies.
I think she get out now.
Yeah, the champion might be able to get out. But that's it for my turn. On to Death Guard turn 4.
So my movement phase was just falling back these Plague Marines and so much. So the champion can't escape. Might as well. I mean, you can charge them again if you want, but if you don't, then they might get to shoot. Typhus moved is 4 inches this way. Get closer to stuff. This Poxwalker squad first will advance. Extra 3. So that squad gets to there, and then the other squad over here has moved up 4, so there'll be a 7-inch charge to the Chaplain. I'm going to take that risk as well. So yes, on to Psychic phase. So I'll start by casting my Miasma of Pestilence on the ones that are closer to the objective.
This squad.
6. Just about. And then we'll do Putress and Vitality on the other squad. Also needing a 6. No, that's a 5.
Phew.
In the shooting phase, Typhus actually gets to shoot his weapon, which is the Destroyer Hive. It's 2d6 shots, but they always hit on 5s, regardless of modifiers. So we'll shoot that at the Chaplain, because it's the only thing in range. So 2d6 shots, 7, always hitting on 5s. That's 3 hits. Yeah, winning on 4s, because it's strength 4. Ooh, all 3, and they're minus 3 AP.
4 plus invulnerable saves. Made 2 for 1, so the Chaplain goes down to 4 wounds.
And then in the charge phase, we'll do the Poxwalkers into the Chaplain first, I guess, because that might depend where Typhus goes.
Okay, so he'll overwatch with his pistol, hitting on a 6. Nope.
2d6. Getting an 8, that's enough.
That is enough to get in.
So the Poxwalkers have come over here into the Chaplain. Now, it is quite important to note that if one of they were in range, so that one of them could have got to about here, and then with the pylon consolidate towards the closest model, which would have been the Chaplain, but even so, I could have got him within range of the objective. So, with the acknowledgement that on a technicality I could have won, I've decided to go into the Chaplain anyway, like that. It might seem like a silly thing to do, but it's kind of more interesting than just being, oh, I got
It'd be a bit of an anticlimax.
Yeah. So,
but that was the risk I was going to take. I was basically going to try and my whole plan up to this point is to deny you charges, but you got one.
Yeah, so with the acknowledgement that I guess your risk didn't pay off, we'll send them there, and then we're going to charge Typhus into. We'll declare everybody because if he fails, actually no, we won't. No, not the intercessors. We'll just declare the aggressors.
Okay.
This one is within flamer range.
T6 shots, 10, wounding on 5s. Oh, now they can wound. 5 wounds.
5 wounds. 2 plus armor save. You failed 2 of them. Wow. And he gets disgustingly resilient on 5s. No, wow.
Took 2 wounds.
2 wounds from a single aggressor's overwatch.
Typhus goes down to 4.
Yeah.
And then his charge distance.
He's 7. That's probably enough.
Yeah.
So no, that is because he has to come round the edge of this pipe this way. 7 is not quite enough to actually get to the aggressors. But he will go into the Chaplain because
he did
declare the Chaplain. So we will do. No, we're going to do Typhus first, and he'll pile in like that.
Yep.
So Typhus has 4 attacks, hitting on 2s. That's a 1, but we've got 2 6s. So Death of the False Emperor gets me 5 hits in total. These are winning on 3s, re-rolling 1s. That's a 1. No, 4 wounds.
4 plus invulnerable saves. Need to make 3 to live. Oh, made 2. No, Chaplain dies, but doesn't become a Poxwalker.
No, wounds. So Typhus will pile into the aggressors, he's 3 inches. Then what will happen is the Poxwalkers, I selected them to fight.
Yeah.
So pile in 3 inches. So they charge, so they can be selected to pile in 3 inches and consolidate 3 inches. So actually I will win by doing that anyway. Whatever you want.
We'll have our attacks on Typhus just for the sake of it. Hitting on 4s. That's an aggressor roll. 2 hits, wounding on 3s. 1 wound. 4 plus invulnerable.
4 plus, you can't kill him with this anyway, it's fine.
So that'll be a Death Guard victory. And I'll recap that for you now. So that was the mission for issue 63 of Warhammer 40,000 Conquest. How did you think that went?
I quite enjoyed it, really. I mean, obviously I won, so it's easy to say that, but...
Yeah, I think it's a really good scenario, actually. I do think it's very tough for the Space Marines, though.
I mean, yeah, you could actually there's probably an awful lot to be said about what the best tactics for this mission and that kind of thing.
And there's an awful lot of thought put into movement. I think I misused the aggressors and the Chaplain in turn 2 by bringing them back. Because my plan on that flank is essentially to deny you extra distance from charging. Because you see what happened, you charge at the end of any one. And then charge you in the last few turns to try and hold you up near the objective rather than close. I mean, I suppose you could argue that it's better to charge early. But on that flank you had Typhus and he's going to quite easily clean up any Space Marines charge.
Yeah, because it worked pretty well for you on the city side. Once the Poxwalkers were bogged down with those intercessors, I couldn't get them out. And then you just killed them all off. So they were never going to... Once you'd done that charge, you neutralised them.
I think neutralising or shooting was important as well.
Yeah, I mean, the Reavers rolled extraordinarily badly to actually attack in melee.
I think they got maybe something like 1 in 10 wounds or something like that. It was appalling. There was a point, I think it was in turn 3 possibly, I was tempted to charge the intercessors, but that was a fully buffed unit of Poxwalkers, and Typhus was nearby, so I don't think it would have lasted very long. And I mean, I know I only have to hold you up, but the denying you charge distance, so it is effectively the same, but also keeping my men alive. Yeah,
I mean, if I hadn't been able to make that charge, then in my final turn, you probably could have charged out and probably blocked me off.
Then, I mean, at the end of turn 4, the plan was to charge you, and then your fallback move, you wouldn't have been able to get in range.
Yeah. point out as well that we did forget Typhus's Warlord Aura in the final turn. He might have done a mortal wound to the Chaplain. Didn't matter.
The Chaplain would have had to make all of his invulnerable saves to survive at that point then.
Yeah, if he had, but you didn't anyway, so it would make no difference really.
Well, I will say that this mission is essentially as if you didn't realise that Typhus is really good with Poxwalkers, now's your time to find out, because he can buff them up.
Yeah, and my thinking was I didn't see any great hurry to send him charging in, because obviously he can do a huge amount of damage, but I actually wanted to keep him out in front of the Poxwalkers so I could do things like play Cloud of Flies on them, keep them close to his aura to buff them. At least from his side of the board, my intention was to get as many Poxwalkers to the objective as possible. It was helped by the fact your shooting wasn't great with the intercessors.
Well, I mean, with the -1 to hit and really on 5s.
Well, that's it. It's like, because, and you roll a lot of 3s that would have hit as well,
yeah,
stuff
quite
like
a few
that.
times.
So it made quite a big difference, the psychic powers and his aura.
The other thing, I suppose another thing you could do with Typhus is just teleport him in near one of the Space Marine deployment zones and try and charge their front line.
Yes.
Possibly re-rolling the charge.
Exactly, I could have got him straight in the face of someone like the aggressors or whatever.
Or you would run the risk of him being isolated on one side of the board.
Yeah, you could probably just, even if you sacrificed a unit of intercessors, you could probably then just run away from him. I did think instead of deploying him right in the middle of the board in my first turn on the objective pretty much. But most likely if I did that you probably just would have ignored him. And then I'd have to charge him one way or the other. Yeah, I sent people both sides because, of course, one thing I could have done is put everybody on one side or the other, but if I'd done that, you probably would have been able to create a wall of
just
Space Marines.
Yeah.
And frankly, like all of your units were expendable, provided no Poxwalker got anywhere, so you could have made several lines of defence.
Although that said, you probably could have used stuff like Cloud of Flies and things. That would have kept at least one squad alive at the back.
And of course, one thing is, if it had been a single unit of 30 Poxwalkers, then you would have had no chance, really, because I would have just put other things in front of it and played Cloud of Flies every turn.
Yeah.
So if I had that, then I probably would have deployed everyone on the same side.
Well, you'd have had a squad of like 30 Poxwalkers and buff them with Typhus as well, just in case.
Yeah, and it would be both psychic powers on the single unit every time. You're never going to get rid of it, or at least you have to devote a lot of attention.
And it's the reason why they're much better than cultists.
Yeah, they don't run away.
I mean, you need to back them up, but even a unit of 30 without Typhus is still going to hold stuff up. Yeah, you buff them with Typhus, so they've got strength 5, putting out 60 attacks. I mean, they might struggle with the Dreadnought, but I mean, they'll go through pretty much anything else. Also, if you can get the Dead Walk again.
Yeah, we didn't see that this time. I used all my command points on Cloud of Flies, but...
Yeah, well, so that was another reason I didn't want to charge you. If you wipe out one unit of Poxwalkers, then there's actually some to come back, and they can be added to other units, so you can go beyond the actual unit size. We get to see the Ancient again. He didn't actually do anything.
Well, yeah, that's the weird thing. I killed 4 of your models.
Although I don't think he's particularly useful in this mission anyway.
We were also wondering why the Chaplain and the one company banner bearer for this company of Space Marines have come to defend a pipe.
This really important standard that we fought several battles over. Are going to defend some pipe in some city.
Yeah, this just happened to be here, just in time for Typhus to turn up with all these Poxwalkers. Oh, and I guess we finally solved the mystery of what issue 61 was all about.
Well, no, we have no idea what issue 61 was all about. We've solved the mystery of what the printed terrain piece was. And it fits very well with the whole Mechanicus aesthetic, with its random bit of dirt in the middle of the city.
Yeah, it's like, there's a pipe with sort of desert base on it. Oh, it's in the middle of Anyway.
I will say that at this point now we also have all of the stuff from the Dark Imperium starter set.
Which is it's 7 Plague Marines, 20 Poxwalkers, Lord Gangrus, the Malignant Plaguecaster,
the Noxious Spybringer, the Fetid Bloat Drone.
Yeah.
And then for the Space Marines there's 10 Intercessors, 5 Hell Blasters, 3 Inceptors, the Ancient, the 2 Lieutenants and the Captain, I think. So,
yes, if you have got to this point in the magazine now, you now have the contents of the starter set. I'm not sure whether it's more or less expensive than buying the box.
I think it comes across about 6 sprues. I think it might be 7 or 8 issues it came across, so it's about 20% discount.
I mean, you don't get the rule book, to be fair, so it probably isn't actually such a good... Well, but you do get the magazine, so you get something else.
Make up for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't think there's too much more to say about this issue or this mission, so if you like this content, please leave a like and subscribe. Leave any comments if you've been playing these scenarios as well. Tell us how you got on, any tactics you used. We've been the Tabletop Donkeys, and we'll see you in the next one.
Goodbye.